You think you know James Bond? Well, here's 20 things you may not have known about the Daniel Craig era.
Bond. James Bond.
Before casting Daniel Craig, the following actors were considered to replace Pierce Brosnan as the new James Bond: Robbie Williams, Dominic West, Julian McMahon, Henry Cavill, Clive Owen, Dougray Scott, Sam Worthington, Gerard Butler, Carl Urban, Hugh Jackman, and Ewan McGregor. Also, Daniel Craig initially turned down the role. Casino Royale is the 21st James Bond movie, and the first to feature Daniel Craig as James Bond. It was the first James Bond novel written by Ian Fleming. At one point, director Quentin Tarantino showed interest in adapting Casino Royale into a film. To help curb piracy, some film prints were delivered to theaters using the titles Change at Midnight and Rough Skins. The poker games in the film were shot in 9 days, the sequence in Venice took 3 weeks to shoot, and the parkour chase took 6 weeks. This is a cameo by billionaire Richard Branson. This chase scene that takes place at Miami Airport was actually filmed in 3 different airports. Angelina Jolie and Charlize Theron were strongly considered for the part of Vesper Lind. Le chiffre is a French word that in English can mean the cipher, the number, or the figure. Daniel Craig lost 2 front teeth while filming a fight scene and had to fly his dentist in from London to replace them. Quantum of Solace is the first Bond film that is a direct sequel. The film used 200,000 rounds of blank bullets. Paul McCartney turned down the offer to write a new James Bond song for the film, but recommended singer-songwriter Amy Winehouse instead. Producers decided against using Winehouse, instead had Jack White and Alicia Keys collaborate, making it the first Bond movie title song sung as a duet. Gemma Arterton's first day of filming had her covered head to toe in non-toxic paint. With this homage to Goldfinger, director Mark Foster wanted to show that oil had replaced gold as the most precious material. Mark Foster asked fellow directors Guillermo del Toro and Alfonso Cuarón to provide some voice work for the film. Born in Germany, Mark Foster was the first director in the Bond series to not come from the British Commonwealth. These characters in Skyfall must be dealing in stolen art because this painting, Woman with a Fan by Modigliani, was stolen from the Museum of Modern Art in Paris in 2010 and is still missing to this day. The title song, Skyfall by Adele, is the first Bond theme to debut in the US Billboard Top 10. It sold over 250,000 copies in the first 3 days of its release. Skyfall's production was delayed for 9 months due to MGM's financial troubles. Cinematographer Roger Deakins lit this entire scene using 2 gigantic LED panels. And here's a few bonus ones. Skyfall marks a number of firsts for the Bond series. First Bond film to be shot entirely using digital cinematography. First Bond film to be released in IMAX. First Bond film to be directed by an Academy Award-winning director. First Bond film to win 2 Academy Awards. First Bond film to earn $1 billion. The first time James Bond has worn a non-black suit in the gun barrel sequence. First time a Spanish actor has been the villain. First time Bond has a beer on screen. And the first time has been said in a Bond film.
This up, didn't I?
No. You did your job.
That's it for this episode of You Think You Know Movies. Make sure to subscribe, like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and get the latest movie and TV news on ScreenCrush.com.